Thank you, sister. Welcome to this show. And we are going to interview Sister BK Vidyarani from Muscat. And she's been a Brahmakumari for the past 2 years. And before that, she had been to many Hatha Yoga centers. And she also did intense devotion right from her childhood. She is going to share every aspect of her spiritual side in this interview. Welcome, sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Mm,
Ravana. Wonderful opportunity.
mm.
I'm delighted to share my experiences, and I do hope my sharing in this interview will help a lot of people to overcome and get all the answers that they are looking for and help them in their own journey.
Yes, it will for sure, sister.
Thank
And
you.
okay. And how was your childhood? Was it filled with uh, belief in God, or just like everybody, just following your parents to temple and not much devotion?
No, my childhood was filled with a lot of devotion.
Mm,
I was initially, as a small kid, parents introduced to devotion.
mm.
Uh, a lot of practices of puja at home as well, and we used to visit a lot of temples. So, a
But was
great.
it but was it a compulsive, or you did it wholeheartedly?
Initially, it was compulsive, and
Yeah.
I was initially because
Mm,
from a general perspective, if you look at it from a worldly perspective, I
mm.
come from a Brahmin family.
Okay.
So ritualistic practices of
Mm,
pujas and all the other practices. So initially it was compulsive. It was forced on me. So I used to practice just because my mother and father or grandparents are telling me. And as I went through that process, I used to be a rebel in terms of questioning what is the meaning of arati, why should we do this, what is the meaning of archana, why should we do all this flowers offering to the god,
mm.
and why bhog in front of God as food and then we consume it. I used to be a rebel asking a lot of questions. But over a period of time, I developed a deep interest in God as a deity, to feel like as if I loved the deity. I felt
So
as
when
if,
did that shift happen? Because you were more of an atheist when you rebelled, right?
yeah, and just practicing all the
Mm,
practices that they were telling. But I think I was about 8 or 9 years old
mhm.
when I started looking at Krishna as a friend in terms of, or a mentor in
Okay.
terms of all the leelas and all the appreciations and all, everything that I used to hear in terms of Sahasranamas, or thousand names of Sri Krishna, or I used to read about Mira's life, or all the other bhaktas in the, we have Kanakadasa, Purandaradasa, all these different poets who have written lots of poetry or songs about Sri Krishna. When I used to hear all that, I used to always feel that I want to become like him. He's got such wonderful virtues. So I started finding interest in God per se as Sri Krishna, as a mentor, as like a goal. I want to become a person as good as that
Oh,
deity that
because usually girls fall in love with Sri Krishna, but you want to be Sri Krishna.
yeah, they
Uh,
means I always probably I had this ambition to excel myself, to become
okay.
better and better. That was there,
Mm,
right from childhood. So
okay.
I wanted to become somebody like him, as he's best in everything, very intellectual, strategist.
Mm,
Everybody loved him, that kind of a thing. So
mm,
that shift happened when I was about between 8 to 9 years old. So
mm,
that rebellious nature about spirit, the religious practices stopped, and I started loving it in terms of practicing.
mm,
And actually, it was still a bit incomplete for me, because it was pure, just blind devotion.
Yes.
So I used to say that it's I'm just blindly following as a blind devotee. But it went on like this. And at the age of about 15 to 16 years, I was introduced to the practices of meditation.
By whom?
Until till then, I did not have the term meditation as a practice into my life.
Okay.
I used to just do hatha yoga in terms of yogasanas. In the childhood, from the age of 5, from the Vivekananda ashram, we were
Oh,
taught yoga.
okay.
I had a practices of doing hatha yogas and pranayamas, but meditation was not initiated.
Mm.
Uh, because there was a practice in my family that meditation is taught only when the children grow to a certain age.
Okay.
So after I had crossed about 15 years of age, I think between 15 and 16, that was the age I was initiated by a guru to start meditation.
Oh,
When that is the age I started meditation. And when I started meditation, it was again a very transformational experience, because that is when I was introduced the term Atma.
oh, okay.
Mention about Atma into our conversation.
Mm.
There was a class in one of our guru's class that were taught about who am I, means I'm a Atma. I'm not this title, or I'm not the daughter of so and so, or family member of so and so, or not the position, or everything else. So that Atma Gyan came to me at a very young age through one of the followed.
Okay.
Involved in, I took teachers training in that program. I started training people, giving classes on Adhyatma, on levels of teaching people both meditation and pranayama techniques for healthy living. So
Mm.
going on in those terms, and parallelly my education was pursued, and I did all my masters and everything. Then got into work mode as a career. I'm a healthcare professional, so
Uh, and sister, can you reveal that association from which you got to learn the meditation initially?
sure, sure.
Mm.
I was introduced to a association called Siddha Samadhi Yoga.
Oh,
Uh, there used to be a 15 days course which is conducted where taught to people. And
mm.
also there is a different, every day there will be a course for healthy eating habits, and also about how to take responsibility towards our own actions.
Mm.
There is karma philosophy is taught, Atma philosophy is taught. All these lectures are given, so it is a like a 15 days course.
Mm.
So that is the first time I was introduced to the Atma kind of a concept
Wow.
through this education. And I became a teacher there. I used to teach, and I used to
Wow.
travel to different destinations.
Mm.
So that happened to me at a very young age, when I was about 16 years of age.
Oh,
So that the interest in spirituality got deep rooted for me,
mm.
and it became more and more interested. So
Mm.
after I did my 12th grade and got into graduation to do my degree course, I took philosophy as my major subject
Wow.
because I had a deep interest in it. So,
Okay.
apart from studying about Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and all the Vedas,
Mm.
all the four types of Vedas, because I took philosophy as one of my major subjects in degree, I had the opportunity to also study about Western philosophy.
Wow.
That gave me,
So, in your college studies, you studied these Upanishads, Vedas, everything.
yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
In the college,
So there's a
it was
course for that.
there is a course, yeah.
Oh,
Philosophy is a course in the degree
oh,
college in my university.
okay, okay. Mm.
University. So it was one of the subjects that we studied, and we had a great professor
Mm.
who gave us very detailed analysis about all that. So it gave me opened a lot of questions for me and went deeper into spirituality.
Mm.
I started liking so much to read a lot about spiritual practices and what is Atma and why do we need to stay in the Atmic state of mind.
Mm.
And when I started visiting various different organizations, I went to Art of Living and did their course. I have done Isha organization course.
Mm.
This is how my journey into various spiritual practices happened. And along with the Hatha Yoga and the meditation of various different types of meditation is what I started practicing from that particular age.
And have you studied Bible and Quran as well?
Yes, actually,
Mm.
what gave me an opportunity to learn Quran was
Mm.
when I was released. In the year 1999, I moved from Bharat to Muscat.
Okay.
And when I moved to Muscat in Oman, it's a Islamic country,
Mm.
and I was surrounded by people from the Arab origin,
Mm.
Arab, and from the background. And that is when one of my colleagues there gifted me a Quran, and that
Mm.
is when I had the opportunity to learn Quran.
Mm.
But interestingly, I have learned Bible because in my young age I studied in a Christian missionary convent.
Super. Oh.
From my So it was an interesting childhood and the whole journey. So
Mm.
from my first grade to seventh grade,
Mm.
7 years of my schooling was inside a convent which was connected with a big church.
Wow.
So visit the church every day. I had lots of all my teachers were nuns actually.
Mm.
So I have studied Bible during that phase itself. So I had
Okay.
complete.
Both Old Testament and New Testament.
Yes, Jesus, how he established Christianity, what were
Mm.
the different phases of it, the whole history of, how it happened, everything I had studied during that phase. And
Okay.
every school we used to do a drama,
Mm.
and I had the opportunity to actually become Mother Mary in the
Wow.
drama every
Mm.
year. So that possibly had a deep impact in
Mm.
my entire childhood. Uh, One thing that stayed with me was I did not get only connected to one dharma. Like
Mm.
even though I study deeply Bible, or when I went to Middle East, I did study Quran, or I did go to all types of gurus and everything. Did not get connected to only one particular path. I used to explore all
Mm.
the different paths in terms of studying everything.
And is the reason because you are not satisfied with that particular path?
I used to feel that a lot of questions were unanswered.
Yeah, that's the thing I want to ask.
Exactly. I
Mm.
used to feel a lot of questions going on in my mind were
Mm.
unanswered and it was incomplete.
Mm. That's
It's
nice.
an incompleteness that I used to always feel in terms of every path that I explored. I used to love all of them. Everything was beautiful and it was doing a lot of social service, making people really good, not doing any bad deeds and all that, but for self actualization, to become the best in ourselves.
Mm.
uh, we even in psychology we say that a human spirit always looks for self actualization, but
Mm.
for that self actualization I used to feel that these are incomplete. There's something more, something more.
Mm.
Was that kind of a yearning in me was going on.
Mm.
That is when probably kind of a revelation happened to me,
Mm.
in the year 2022, when I had this deep messages that came to me directly from the source, whatever we want to call it,
Mm.
as that I need to go through this path. That is when I got introduced to Brahma Kumaris.
Yeah, and let us know about the unique uh, love from God that you received that nobody has yet received. Because it was
Yeah.
more like Jesus getting knowledge from Christ, Muhammad getting knowledge from Gabriel. You you didn't get knowledge directly, but still you got something, right? What was that?
I think I'm very, very lucky and very fortunate.
Mm.
But it just happened that probably everybody is favorite child of God. It's just that we need to be ready, we need to be opened, and we need to have that yearning or interest. We need to be longing to see him or seek him. So
mm,
since that seeking was there within me, that I was seeking God, where is God or who is God, how that
mm,
this is exactly what happened. Directly probably gave me the answers.
mm,
It was not coming through any physical form of human form.
mm,
Human beings have limited knowledge. Whatever knowledge that we could acquire, the only entity who can have the complete knowledge, who is completely knowledgeful and unlimited knowledge, is available from the direct force, which we want to call as God or Paramatma or Supreme Soul or Supreme Power, whatever
mm,
technology we want to call it.
mm.
Only can come from there. And I was truly lucky and very, very fortunate that that came to me in terms of a revelation in the meditation that I used to practice. I
Oh,
used to practice a meditation called transcendental meditation. So that used to be my regular routine that 4 o'clock in the morning, I practice this meditation
can
every
you
day.
elaborate the procedure of that meditation?
Yes.
Transcendental.
Yes, sure. In the transcendental meditation, of course, either we could use like a music or we don't have to use a music, depending on how we practice it. And there will be a term that is given to us, something like a bija mantra, something
Okay.
like one particular sound will
Okay.
be given as an initiation from the guru, whoever
Okay.
the guru.
Mm,
What happens is we need to focus into in that phase we are not very sure where exactly is the atma. The location was not clear because it's not described in but we need to visualize that I'm an atma. So it's
okay.
it's a vision that we are an atma, and we when we stick to that part and then focusing, concentrating into that, and when a thought keeps coming to me, like it's natural
So is
when
it
I
just chanting or visualizing?
no, no,
Mm,
it's not chanting. There's no visualization
okay.
also.
Okay.
It is actually an attempt to keep the mind going to the phase of not having multiple thoughts.
Oh,
Actually, phase of going to a thoughtless
thoughtless,
situation.
thoughtless stage. Okay.
Thoughtless
Mm,
situation is what is a practice.
okay.
So, the tool that is used actually to reach the thoughtless phase to the mind is actually this sound that is given to us as a mantra. What is it called?
That's a
So,
particular mantra.
particular one mantra will be given to
Okay.
each depending on what
Okay.
you get.
So you will
So,
have to say it in your
no,
mind
no.
repeatedly. Oh,
Let me explain. I have to
okay.
repeat the
Mm,
repetition of the mantra again and again.
mm,
Like when I do the meditation, I try to make my mind thoughtless, to become thoughtless, but it's not possible to become thoughtless. When I try to focus on the atmic stage, then when I know that the mind has wandered around somewhere else, like I have gone to like a temple or my mind has gone to a mall or somewhere else. The moment I realize that my mind has wandered to somewhere else, that time we have to bring this mantra to bring my mind back to the original phase.
super.
So the mantra is actually used like a hook
Yeah, like
to
guiding the animals to follow this
yes,
path, don't go
like
away. Okay.
it's
Mm,
like a shepherd who is
mm,
who
mm,
is
mm.
going here and there to
Okay.
pull this
To put
back
it on the right path.
to the
Mm,
restricted area.
okay.
This used that mantra will be given to, like we need to use that like a hook to bring the mind back in.
Okay. Mm,
So that keeps going on, so the mind goes on, so I use this mantra to bring it back. If we practice on a regular basis for a longer period of time, there is a possibility that you could reach that stillness, a calmness of the mind without using the mantra on a frequent basis. So
super.
there are people who have given up on the mantra, they don't need more
Need it.
in a thoughtless phase.
Mm,
But the challenge here, what I felt is, it gives me peacefulness, it gives me calmness, but it's not giving me the strength,
mm,
you know. The power was missing. The strength is missing. Calmness, stillness, and peacefulness is fine. The
Yeah.
original state of Atma is I'm reaching that phase.
Okay.
But in this practice, what I felt is I was not getting the energy or the power to increase the soul power was missing. But I didn't know any other method. I had no other introduction of any other method. So I continued to do that.
Okay.
Doing this particular practice during the phase in the year 2022 in the month of January, February, one of the weeks in during that time, I had the voice that came to me in that particular, when the mind wanders and mind goes,
Mm.
there is this particular voice that came to me in a male voice telling me the word called Abu, 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 like that.
Mm.
This word called Abu was ringing in my head
So
continuously.
can you recall the time when that happened?
It is between 4 and 5 in the morning.
Wow. Mm.
Every day, 4 and 5 in the morning, you see my regular practice.
Okay.
So it was during that between 4 and 5 in the morning when I sit for meditation, this word Abu, Abu, Abu was coming to me on a regular basis. This is the reason I strongly feel that, the God Himself directly gave me the direction where I should go to find answers for the questions that I was seeking all the time.
Super.
So, like how mind is limited, our knowledge is limited, and our interpretation is so limited.
Yes.
That is Anda Buddhi, Muda Buddhi, for us.
Yeah. Mm.
So, I, like very innocent layman, I interpreted that Abu word as Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. So
Lived in
you are
Abu
already
Dhabi.
near there. Okay.
So I thought that this voice is telling me to go to Abu Dhabi because
Abu
I
Dhabi.
might have new work commitment or some new
Oh.
project up for
Mm.
me.
Mm.
So I went to Abu Dhabi, explored projects that I could on. Nothing materialized, nothing major happened. Came back again when I morning meditation. The same word Abu Abu is coming. This happened about 3 times on a regular basis.
Mm.
Nothing conclusive happened. I could not decide what this word is coming to me, and I could not understand what is it trying to tell me.
Mm.
Then, after some time, one more word added to it, and it was called Mount Abu.
Wow. Mm.
Very clearly, I could hear the sound Mount Abu. Mount Abu is a word, it is ringing to me, and I've
Mm.
never heard the word Mount Abu because
Mm.
I'm from South, I've never traveled in the North,
Yes.
never heard about the word, about a city called Mount Abu. So Mount Abu, Mount Abu, Mount Abu is a word. It's clearly I could hear in that time during that meditation between 4 and 5.
Okay.
Then immediately I went to my computer and Googled. And
Mm.
when I Googled, I thought it is a tourist place, a hill station, a
Mm.
destination for tourism.
Sorry.
I did not know anything about Brahma Kumaris.
Mm.
Never visited Brahma Kumari Center. I have not met any Brahma Kumari in the past. So I did not still I was so ignorant in my head that I could not pinpoint that the calling is coming for Brahma Kumaris. It did
Mm.
not come to.
Mm.
Then back to my routine, go to work, job, everything else, regular practices is going on. Then, after a week or so, I had a clear visualization of a lot of ladies wearing white sari and like a army of 3 rows of army of people
Mm.
walking white sari clad, and the voice is telling me
Mm.
Shakti Sena, Shakti Sena,
Shakti.
Shakti Sena.
Mm.
Shakti Sena was a word. I've never heard this word before.
Mm.
As a army of defense and all the other paramilitary, CRPF, all these elements. But I've never heard the word Shakti Sena at
Shakti
all.
Sena. Yeah.
First time I heard this word
Mm.
Shakti Sena, and the voice is telling me, go and join Shakti Sena. Go and join Shakti Sena.
In English.
Yes, go and join Shakti Sena.
Wow. Mm.
Then I was really, really surprised. I
Mm.
was surprised. What is it? And since this voice and this message happened to me during meditation, I was sure that this is something, a larger purpose calling for me.
Yes.
If it's a dream in my sleep stage, I would have, ignored it.
Not it.
Fleeting thought that came to me during the daytime,
Mm.
sometimes some imagination happens and something happens during the day, I would have ignored it.
Yeah.
But when it happened to me during the meditation at that what I used to call as Brahma Muhurta,
Mm.
between 5, I was very sure that this is some strong calling coming from the universe.
Mm.
I did not know as God
Mm.
or Parampita or Paramatma, or or even the Supreme Soul concept. I did not know at all.
Mm.
I felt that there is a strong message coming to me, calling from the universe
Mm.
for me to go for it.
Mm.
So I made a strong, life changing decision, and I resigned my job,
Mm.
packed everything, and kept all my belongings in a warehouse. And I decided that I will take a flight and go to Mount Abu.
But
I
at
decided,
this time, it is Brahmakumaris that you are going after.
yes, yes.
You
I knew
Googled
that.
it.
Yes, this
Okay.
time after the visualization of Shakti Sena, and when
Mm.
I saw the white sari, when I then googled and studied, I saw that was the first time I
Mm.
saw a video of Sister Shivani.
Shivani Devi. Wow.
Yes,
Mm.
first time I saw the
Mm.
video of Sister Shivani, then I came to know she's so popular across the world. Then
Mm.
I saw videos of several other people who are very popular through from the Brahma Kumaris, and I came to know that there is a huge headquarters of Brahma Kumaris at
Mm.
Mount Abu.
Mm.
But till then, I did not know that there is a local center.
Wow.
I did not even explore to find a local center. I did not
Mm.
know that across the world there are different centers available. They
Mm.
conduct courses. There is a 7-day course. I had no idea.
Mm.
I had no clue. So I then decided that I have to go to this place and explore what is my calling. Why is this message coming to me? So I decided and I took a flight and straight away went to Mount Abu.
Mm.
And this, from a layman's perspective, was a huge risk,
Yeah.
and was like foolish probably
That,
from another
that's what
perspective.
everyone would think of.
Exactly, everybody
Mm.
think what a foolish that I did in terms of going,
Mm.
but in deep in my heart, I knew that it's something for me that I need to go.
Mm.
So the pull was so strong,
Mm.
it was a strong magnet that you can't resist.
Super. Mm.
It was coming to me constantly during that Brahma Muhurta phase. So
Mm.
that pull was so strong that I took the risk of leaving everything, and
Mm.
I went to Mount Abu. And the whole experiences that I had right from the moment I got into the flight was amazing, because the moment I got into the flight in Dubai until I reached the gate of Mount Abu, actually, since I was not aware of how the journey happens, the whole journey took me 40 hours.
Wow.
And since I have not done any course, I had no clue about purity in the food and how to maintain that. No clue about it. But in my own heart, I did not feel like eating anything.
Wow.
In the whole journey, I did
Mm.
not eat anything, did not take any food from outside.
Mm.
I used to have this practice of carrying a box of peanuts and some jaggery with me, because I had some trekking background in the past, mountaineering background. So we used to always carry that. So I
Mm.
used to eat couple of peanuts
Mm.
and a small bite of jaggery, and that is how I consumed the whole journey until I reached Madhuban.
Mm.
And this journey, this also makes me wonder, why did the whole journey I never felt like eating anything?
Mm.
These were all preparations for me to go to that place.
That's the thing.
I now feel it, because
Mm.
but at that I had no clue, no idea.
Mm.
Every stage, what the universal energy was doing is touching different people in that situation to help me.
Mm.
It may meet different such people who made me enter, at what stage I had to enter, and then get the knowledge there. I got the course done inside Madhuban, and then I stayed there for 21 days. I
Wow.
did three different bhattis there. I had the opportunity. So all the impurities which was probably collected in me, I was made sure that all the impurities will be taken away
Mm.
in that particular phase. And this happened to me as a fresher, as a
Yeah.
brand new first timer who landed in Madhuban.
Yeah. For anyone to go to Madhuban, the minimum qualification is 1 year of
Exactly.
purity. And they had to be Brahmakumari, they had to listen to Murli for 1 year at least. But
Exactly. Have
you are so lucky that even then they couldn't spend 21 days there. Maximum they
exactly.
can be there for 7 days. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, getting
Mm.
that opportunity, having
Mm.
allowing me to be there,
Mm.
uh, minimum of 1 year, having all the dharanas, having the purity,
Mm.
food practices,
Mm.
understanding the Murli. People who come from even many years,
Mm.
even now they struggle to understand Murli. They say it is,
That's true.
it's going over our head. We
Mm.
can't even understand some subtle lines.
Mm.
But what happened even when I first went into the course, the brother who taught me, who was telling me, you already know a lot of things,
Wow.
uh, already
In
know all this.
Madhuban.
In Madhuban, he's
In
already
Madhuban.
telling, because I'm
Mm.
using the word Manan Chintan, and he
Mm.
said me "Something about Manan Chintan, how do you know
Mm.
about it?" I said, no, it's coming.
Mm.
And so they gave me the opportunity to start attend Murli classes immediately.
Mm.
And every morning, before anybody comes, the whole diamond hall used to be empty, and I
Mm.
used to run and sit there.
Wow.
Everybody used to feel
Mm.
I was probably hyperactive.
Mm.
Uh, so much of now what it is called as nasha in our terminology as a Brahma Kumari, it was there from that time for me. I
Mm.
don't know why.
Mm.
So I used to attend regularly, and I used to write down all
Mm.
the questions that used to come to me during the Murli, because Varsa was a word first time I heard. And
Mm.
since I come from a South Indian background, Hindi was a little difficult for me.
Oh, but
Not for
yesterday you spoke very nicely.
I speak
Mm.
Hindi very well, but
Mm.
it is still because some of the Sindhi related words that come
Mm.
in Murali, which is
Mm.
even speaking people not very very comfortable, or
Oh.
many many words I heard for the first time. So I used to write down and ask the brother, what
Mm.
is the meaning of this? Why does it relate to this?
Mm.
Those kind of elements. But all the four subjects which were given to us as practices, I started, those situations come in front of me automatically.
Mm.
Seva opportunities like ambulance driving, going to the global hospital to do
Oh, you
seva
did
there.
everything in the first 21 days itself.
Yes,
All
yes.
four subjects.
All four subjects happened there.
Wow.
Say
Mm.
I could cut vegetables in the kitchen.
Wow.
Nobody will get until we go multiple times. They
Yeah.
told me for newcomers they will not allow to enter because
Mm.
Anna Shruti is very important.
Yeah.
So I was given to go and cut vegetables and also offer seva in the kitchen. Then in the global hospital, and also driving the ambulance opportunity
Mm.
with Dr. Satish, doing the cardiac program opportunity.
Mm.
Seva opportunity came my way. I don't know why, but only one word I could say every time there is somebody used to announce something on the stage. I used to say, "I'm ready. I'm
Wow.
ready."
Wow.
I don't know why. I used to be
Mm.
always ready.
Anji.
So Seva opportunities came. So
Mm.
knowledge was always it used to pull like a
Mm.
important element. So Gyan knowledge was always there. So listening to the Murli and Chintan Manan discussion was always there.
Mm.
Amrit Vela happened immediately as soon
Mm.
as I got into the Madhuban. Amrit Vela happened. So
Wow.
all those were happening,
Mm.
and Seva opportunities started immediately, and Dharana happened much before I landed in Madhuban.
Wow.
preparation for dharana happened much before, because I'm sure this interview would be watched by most of the
Because,
Brahma Kumari
mm,
sisters. That
mm,
I'm really delighted to share that
mm,
the the dharanas that we had to follow, it happened to me 4 years before,
mm.
because I started staying alone there, and my husband, due to family commitments, had to move back. Yeah.
Yeah, I know this because even though I didn't ask it, I predicted it because for most of the women, they
Yes.
get knowledge either during their pregnancy time when they were at their mother's home, so they will
Correct.
be pure, or
Ex-
their husbands will be in their pilgrimage to
ex-
Sabrimala, like that, or
Correct.
they
Or
might be unmarried.
yeah, or
Mm.
somebody's job is in some other country, or somebody
Mm.
is in working
Yeah.
in the art.
Mm.
That kind. When there is a separation, that
Yeah.
is when. So it
Yeah.
has been four
Mm.
years
Mm.
since we separated physically from one place to another. I
Okay.
want to give this information to our BK
Mm.
brothers and sisters,
Mm.
that if we decide with strong will, the dharana happens automatically.
Yeah. Actually, even before getting the knowledge, Baba is preparing us beforehand to some extent.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm.
All preparation happened to me in terms of maintaining all kinds of purity, and
Mm.
that is a reason probably I was forced to go to Madhuban directly to get the knowledge there
That.
and have practices.
Mm.
And then it didn't stop there for me in terms of my own purusharth. Of course, I got all the knowledge, and the direct source came from the Supreme Soul, got me the direction to go there and get the knowledge and everything.
Mm.
But the most luckiest part, the most transformative part is, after I finished the 21 days and went back to Muscat, the Muscat Parivar, the Muscat Center,
Mm.
embraced me quickly. The Didi there said, "Oh, we've got a ready made soul." And
Mm.
the next week, they
Mm.
started making me to take classes.
Wow. Oh,
Can
you
you?
are taking Murli classes.
I take Murli class, I take kids class, I do seminars, I do
Super.
all kinds of courses there.
Super.
As a Baba made me nimit to do all this. And the
Mm.
brothers tell me, and we do bhatti. I did a bhatti.
And
All the
sorry for the interruption because most of our viewers will be non-BKs.
sure.
And when Didi says Baba, she doesn't mean Sati Sai Baba or Sirdi Sai Baba. Here, Baba means father. We only represent, we only call God Shiva as father, Baba. He is our
Correct.
everything. So
Absolutely.
we have connection only with God and with no man.
Yes. There is
Mm.
no human element here.
Yes.
There is no guru
Mm.
human form at all. That's
Mm.
the one beauty. Those are the unanswered questions that I had, for which I got the answers.
Mm.
The answers
Like,
that I here, like
mm.
everywhere, there is
Mm.
a human form of guru, and it
Mhm.
ends there.
Okay.
And we need to say to
Mm.
them, or even there is a human form of devata. Even
Mm.
Krishna or Rama or Hanuman and everything is a human form of devata, is what we are all performing as
Mm.
pujas.
Mm.
Here, what I got is a nirakar, that is without having any human body.
Mm.
It's a pure soul, the
Mm.
supreme soul as a god. That is what we establish a relationship as my father. See,
Mm.
this body was given birth by people who are my father and mother who gave birth to me.
Mm.
But it's very sure we all clear soul. Everybody has a soul. So that soul also has to have a father.
Mm.
Nothing in this world can come into existence without having a source.
Mm.
So, absolutely, even the quantum physics now says that
Mm.
there has to be a source for everything. Every atom has to have a source. So,
Mm.
for that particular reason, it's very, very clear that my soul has a father who gave birth to this soul, that is, who is connected as a father, and that father is the supreme soul, to whom we fondly call as Baba.
But
Baba,
do you remember at which particular point there is some trigger point that you find that this is the truth?
okay.
Whether it's during 7 days course and
No,
which part of that?
okay.
Mm,
While 21 days in uh,
mm,
Madhuban,
mm.
every time in this in Mount Abu, there are different levels of buildings located for Brahma Kumari organization.
Okay.
At the Mount Abu region, in the Abu Road, there is Shantivan, which is a big campus for the organization. If we go up on the mountain, there
Mm,
is another space called Pandav Bhavan,
mm,
the oldest building space where the organization actually began its existence.
mm,
So when I stay there, I used to go there frequently to
mm,
go up and visit there and stay the whole day. So
mm,
after I completed the course, I had completed one particular bhatti. So it had finished 15 days for me.
mm.
Until I
And
had
that
no,
7 days course was taken in 7 days or within a day
I
or two?
did not take completely 7 days.
Mm,
They could do much more faster.
mm.
It did not require me because I was physically available there all the time. It
Oh.
was not like I'm working somewhere, so I can only go there 1 hour and come back.
So they
So
did it in the one, at a stretch they finished 7 days course.
means 2 3 days.
Two,
We
3 days.
discussed
Okay.
Drishti, whatever
Mm,
is about
mm,
the vriksha,
mm,
about different 84 births that we take. All these elements during 2 3 days we did, but it did complete in 2 3 days. I
mm,
used to have a lot of questions, so I used to ask so many questions. So we used to meet on a regular basis.
mm.
Every day, the whole day, I used to spend meeting different brothers and sisters, asking so many questions.
Okay.
So it like that for me.
Mm,
And when actually I'll tell you
mm.
the pinpoint happened to me that this is the ultimate truth.
Yes.
We have a space called Kutir in Pandav Bhavan,
Okay.
the hut where actually whom we call as Brahma Baba, the
Baba
founder of
Kudil. Okay. Mm,
Brahma Kumari
mm,
organization, who
mm.
used to sit there and write all
Mm.
the Murali revealed there, and
Oh.
all
Mm,
knowledge revealed. When I used to sit there in meditation, and I got one sister who came there actually from London, and we used to have a conversation, and she used to ask some questions to me, I used to ask some questions to her. It used to go on like that.
mm.
And that particular day, actually, I became a little sick. I had some stomach problem or some water infection, something happened. So I used to frequently throw up, and I used to have some vomiting problem and all that. That particular day, when my system was like this, a lot of questions were going on, I stayed there the whole day. At one particular point, when I went back and sat there, I was just open eyes and looking at that point and just sitting and meditating for myself. And that particular moment, I felt the soul connected to the supreme soul. The yoga always we used to say.
Mm,
And then I knew the Sanskrit meaning of yoga by then means it has to be union.
mm.
It has combination. Then I
Okay.
used to always ask combination of what? Union of what? Union of what?
Mm, superb.
That is meant in that particular space.
Mm,
I felt the real touching of the union
mm.
of my Atma to the Supreme Soul, the soul to the Supreme Soul's real connection.
Okay.
For the first time, people used to tell me visualize as if you're going to up into the space where it's called Shantidam, Parandam, and all that.
Mm,
It used to be just listening for me.
mm.
Myself experienced before that. But for the very first time when I sat there, I experienced that real connection. And when I knew that this is yoga, and that is a time I felt that this is the ultimate truth.
No, actually, what happened is you felt as if you were in Parandam already.
No,
Mm,
I did not that I was in Parandham. I felt that I
mm,
am getting the connection of my soul with
mm.
the Supreme Soul, which is up there.
Okay.
And that connection happened. And
Mm,
then I felt that I have reached Parandham.
okay.
Initial phase was just getting that connection.
Mm,
And happened only after 15 days of all this Chintan Manan and discussions and all that practices, that whatever I had.
Mm.
And in that particular place
Mm.
where there's a small hut,
Okay.
that's where I felt that whatever image we see, the picture we see, that really feeling that I'm really reaching that phase of anubhav, that experience
Mm.
happened at that particular place. And that is when it became strong belief or faith or conviction in me
Mm.
that this is the ultimate truth.
Super, super, super.
When I that
Mm.
happened,
Mm.
then the whole thing started become beautiful,
Mm.
in terms of it became easy for me to do the next morning of early morning meditation when I used to sit.
Mm.
When they're telling me the connection, I could really feel it. Earlier it was just, listening to it and just imagining myself, forcefully imagining.
Mm.
It was not happening naturally.
Mm.
And from point of time, I
Mm.
started experiencing naturally, and I felt this is the ultimate truth. The soul and the supreme soul's connection is important. And this is where I tell you the difference between the other kind of meditation and this meditation
Yeah,
is
that's what I was
the
about to ask. Mm.
soul in the other meditation
Mm.
gets peace, gets calmness, stillness, all that will come. But the power that is required, it's
Mm.
like plugging your mobile phone to the power source.
Yes, yes.
Without plugging, you will never get the power.
Mm.
So what we miss in all the other practices is connecting to the supreme soul, is the my power source.
Mm.
That was missing, and I got that here.
And was it not contradicting to your previous practice when they
It was
teach that you should just focus on God? Uh, there must be some war going on in your mind that we used to do a lot of sitting postures, breathing techniques. They are not saying anything. They are just simply saying, consider yourself to be a soul and connect to Supreme Soul. It's so
correct.
simplistic. So maybe you are, maybe it's not satisfied, right? In the beginning.
Initially,
Mm.
I used to feel that this is too casual. How
Yeah,
can I
too
expect?
simple. Yeah.
Yeah, so simple. And I
Mm.
used to feel it cannot be, true. It's, it too
It
simple
cannot
to be.
be that simple. Yes.
How can
Mm.
it be that simple? Because we
Mm.
have so many elaborate techniques that are taught outside. In
Yeah.
the We have so many methods. You have to, sometimes take cold bath and do this puja, that puja, and
Mm.
so many. Even in the other practices, there is so many techniques of sitting in padmasana, having these mudras, and all those techniques were there. Here, there's nothing. I
Yeah.
used to see people just sitting even with the cross legs, and just as if you are sitting in front of your real father.
Yeah.
That it was so simple. Initially, I used to feel very uncomfortable, and I
Mm.
used to, oh, there is no respect for God. Why are we just sitting?
Yeah.
And it again was contradiction for me.
Mm.
And as I started initially for me, I did not develop a relationship.
Mm. Yeah. It happens.
I did not develop a relationship. I
Mm.
was just considering that it's another supreme soul is another element, and I am a soul, and I was connecting.
It's all intellectual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When that relationship happened, that is when emotion started flowing.
Yeah.
Real relationship I could establish,
Mm.
then there was no need of all these practices.
Mm.
That is when I realized that, okay, all these practices are at one level. I need to grow beyond that, go to the next step,
Mm.
climb the ladder, go to the next step, because bhakti's next step is gyan, the
Mm.
knowledge. So from bhakti, I went up on the ladder to the next step, and stood myself in the knowledge place, and then I could experience that we call as real bliss. Bliss which is beyond the other sense organs.
Mm.
Whatever organs can give you the, little limited
Sensual
happiness,
pleasures. Yeah.
sensual pleasures. That beyond that is
Mm.
the bliss what we could feel. That
Mm.
comes, real union happens between the
Okay.
soul and the supreme soul. So
Okay.
that gave all the answers.
Yeah.
So reason probably I could practice all this very, very fast.
Yeah. And was there any aspect of Gyan, Murli, that you felt very shocked when you heard for the first time?
Yes.
Huh.
The most shocking was
Mm,
telling me that you were the Devata, you were the god, goddesses,
mm,
was shocking.
wow.
I, for me, I always felt that there is
Uh,
another area where
mm,
all the devatas always existed.
already there, yeah.
Always they are existing there. That was
Mm,
a belief that I had,
mm.
and purely shocking for me.
And you
And
were uh, in so love with Sri Krishna as well.
exactly, I was
Yeah.
doing in bhakti, intense
Mm,
devotion all the
mm,
time. I
mm,
could never believe that
mm,
Krishna also went down in
mm.
terms of climbing down the ladder.
Right.
And this concept about Sato Pradhan and Tamo Pradhan, and
Mm,
everybody going down the ladder, and all the devatas for that matter, not only Sri Krishna,
mm,
took rebirth,
mm,
was something shocking for me. I
mm,
never I never knew that the devatas also took rebirth.
mm.
Always was under the belief that they've all stayed in one different area of
Yeah.
themselves,
Mm,
of their own,
mm,
Devata's Loka, and Swarga was somewhere else.
mm.
Heaven was somewhere else. When we die, if we did good things, we will go to heaven. We did bad things, we go to hell. Hell also is somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Yeah. We
This
are in
was,
between.
this was the concept that we
A-
all
actually, only now we are in between hell and heaven in
that,
Sangam Yoga.
that the confluence is now. But
Yeah.
whole the cycle of
Mm,
the
mm,
world cycle
mm.
was something that I never knew. That was shocking for me.
Yeah.
That actually made, then I went deeper into
But you
studying. Then
heard about it previously, right? About Kalpa in through scriptures.
exactly, see, I
Yeah.
have read about the Kalpa. Then there is a Kali Yuga, the Treta
Mm,
Yuga, all that. But
mm.
anywhere it is said that we are the ones who are actually going to become the devatas.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It's
true.
where
Mm,
nobody else. In
mm,
fact, lot of people, when I go back and talk to any pundits,
mm,
they negate. They
mm,
say it's possible.
mm.
They
You know why and how old were you when you received this knowledge?
I was 47 years.
Do you know why you had to wait for so long before God takes you with Him
I don't know. I keep thinking, many times I feel, why didn't you do this earlier?
earlier?
Uh,
There's a
there
reason
is
for that. There's a reason for that because if you got this knowledge pretty early while you were in childhood, of course you would be a great Sevadari. There's no doubt about it. But you wouldn't care to learn other religious scriptures. Only
yeah,
when you learn those things, now you can give them back. Because
exactly.
maybe that's the reason we are now together because that's what we are doing right now. We are learning Quran, but you have already learned. We are learning Bible now in a separate channel. So when you said you have already read Bible and Quran, I was very happy that I got another hand for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That
Mm,
actually probably gives us a more power in
mm,
terms of understanding
mm,
why this is superior,
mm,
why this message is the most elevated,
mm,
and why the only ultimate truth.
mm.
Why, and his history also shows that they came only so many 500 BC, 650
Yeah.
BC. All that historically, we are very sure when the other dharmas came into the
Mm,
whole of life.
mm.
So that becomes easier for us to explain to people of other faiths.
Super, super.
Mm.
Uh, some question was lurking at the back of my mind. Now it disappears. Actually, uh, how did you feel when you heard for the first time in the Murli that even God cannot do anything beyond the drama. Even he is, yeah.
Yes.
Did it
Actually,
not shock you?
no, that concept did not shock me.
Really?
Uh,
Mm,
that not shock me because
mm,
I have read in several other scriptures also. You know, even in Greek mythology,
mm,
Conspicuous also says something like
mm.
first happens everything prefixed, predestined.
Yeah.
The concept about predestined was always there with me.
Mm,
So I didn't feel shock about this, or I did not feel about
mm,
against this,
mm,
that even he cannot interfere, the drama is already fixed and everything is happening in its own phase.
mm,
But what question I had about this drama being fixed is, what I felt is, I think in some time later in one of the knowledge session, it was revealed that if we do our own efforts, we can rewrite our own script
mm,
in terms of our own purusharth. We will be able to rewrite our own script, is something that question that always came to me.
mm.
And because what happens with people is, if the drama is already fixed and everything will happen on its own way, why should we make effort,
Yeah.
follow all the maryadas? Why should
Mm,
we, whatever I did in the previous kalpa will happen in the same
yeah.
thing now, repeat? People will take it in a negative way.
Yeah. That's the reason God asked us not to reveal that secret initially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm,
Because it has to be taken in a very subtle way, in a right way. It
mm,
should not be taken as an excuse not to
mm,
do our efforts.
mm,
It should happen after a situation is gone through. We have gone through a situation.
mm,
After the result has, if the result is not in our favor or in our favor, then we
mm,
should think that, oh, this is according to the drama. Drama is already fixed. It will happen the way it will happen. Then we have to accept it.
mm.
That is how I see the situation.
No, come again. I missed the point.
Sure. What
Mm,
what I was telling is,
mm,
once we go through a situation in life,
mm,
and after a particular situation is passed through and the result comes, whether
mm,
the result did not come as I wanted,
mm.
maybe it failed, it didn't
Okay.
happen, then instead of blaming or feeling bad of why me, why this happened to me, why I got this, why this disease came to me and all that,
Mm,
after that situation happens,
mm,
that's when I feel that okay, it is drama is fixed, it's
mm,
fixed in the drama, and I have to accept the situation. But
mm,
I cannot do, like, if I have to write an exam and if I
mm.
don't study and say drama is already fixed, whether I'll pass or not will happen according to the drama, and I'll go and appear for the exam without preparation. That's
Yeah.
not the way to cut it as a drama.
Yeah. Even astrologers used to predict when we are a child, they would say
Mm,
that you will become a doctor. It doesn't mean we won't make any effort.
exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Has to be there. We should
Mm,
put full efforts to go and study to become a doctor.
yeah.
After the result comes, and if I did not become a doctor,
Mm,
then not be a blame game that happens.
mm,
That's the point. We should be able to accept the drama,
mm,
that destiny was there, that it was not written in my drama. The
mm,
role is not for me, as a doctor's role is not written in my drama.
mm.
So that is where the drama's role has to come in. That's how I see it.
Wow, it's super. Because I used to take in a different sense.
Mm,
Because of course, when everybody asks this question that it's already prefixed, why should I make effort? So those people, they don't even take this knowledge. When they receive
correct.
this knowledge, they will say and they will go, they will leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But what I used to say them is, the reason God says this is because you are already Sri Narayan and you are going to be Sri Narayan. So even in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he says, you have already killed him. You are just going to do the act. That's it.
Yes.
They have
Repeat.
already died. So
Correct.
that's why Baba says, you are already Sri Narayan. You just act what I said. You already
Correct.
achieved it. So
Correct.
we can use it in a very positive sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that gives the strength. Baba
Correct.
says, success is your birthright.
Correct.
So the moment you take this knowledge, you are already a successor in every aspect. So whatever you touch, it will definitely become a gold. So
Absolutely.
there, so no sense of doubt in that, because that doubtfulness is the biggest enemy for our knowledge.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
People are ready
Ex-
to believe in every aspect of devotion, but they are not going to. They don't want to believe even in any single aspect of this knowledge. So that's their lack.
exactly. I
Yeah.
keep telling the patients who come to me,
Mm,
they're ready to take all kinds of tablets, all the chemicals that are there, everything
mm,
they're ready to take,
yeah.
cure their diseases, but they will not question that. But when
Mm,
I tell them, sit for meditation for 10 minutes and it'll help you to cure a lot of your
mm,
existing problem, they will not believe it.
yeah. That's the
This
thing.
is a deepest solution, because without treating the atma, treating the body,
Mm,
without the soul treatment, treating the outer cover is
mm,
of no, have to cure from inside, but they will not believe it. That's
mm.
the
Yeah, actually, healthcare professionals are very lucky because Baba says
hmm.
uh, they are already uh, uh, what's the word? They are already
Healers.
prepared to
Correct.
take this
Correct.
knowledge, because at
Correct.
that time they will listen. But when
Correct.
they are cured, they won't listen.
Absolutely. Absolutely
So, yeah, healthcare professionals are very lucky because
true.
you are. So, in one sense, Laukik wise, they are doctors, and also
Correct.
in Alaukik wise, they are doctors. So, I
Exactly.
know many doctors who first gives this knowledge before initiating treatment.
Exactly. It helps
Yeah,
a lot. Makes
yeah,
a big actually.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think this interview is, I don't know whether it's targeted at BKs or non-BKs. Actually, it's a non-BK channel, but
True.
still, because our aim is to convert them into BKs, but it will be
Absolutely.
useful even for BKs.
Surely.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to do many more videos for BKs
Sure.
and non-BKs, especially uh, regarding Bible and how it
Yeah.
is related to our Gyan. We can take certain aspect and we can give the true meaning, because on the
Correct.
surface it gives a different meaning. But
Correct.
only after learning this knowledge, we can know
Correct.
the true meaning of whatever Jesus said, whatever Moses said. Because
Yes.
on the surface, especially in the Old Testament, it shows God to be someone who is like a villain,
Hmm.
who hates
Very,
everybody, who takes
very true.
sides. God
As
doesn't take sides.
pun- as if
Hmm.
always give punishment.
Yeah, punishment, and also, yeah, punishment, and also he is taking sides.
Yes.
He
Yes.
doesn't take side. If he
Absolutely.
does, he is not God.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because here God says,
Mm.
whether you come to me and accept me or not, even
Mm.
if you're outside, you're still my favorite child.
Yes.
You're still
Mm.
my child.
Yeah.
That is a God.
Mm.
God say that only if you accept me, you're my child.
Yes.
That is a true God.
Superb.
So I'll be
So,
happy
yeah,
for any questions on any other topics that we could share the knowledge together.
sure, sister. Very thanks, Meenakshi sister, for introducing you to me, so that we can do a lot of seva
Absolutely,
again.
absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so
Mm.
much to Meenakshi sister, and
Mm.
thanks to you for your valuable time.
Mm.
Very kind of it, and
Okay.
I'm glad to it.
Okay, sister. In the next video, we might be churning Murli. So that will
Sure.
be because you are very expert in that, and you would love to. I know that.
It is just Baba who is using this body as a nimit to just communicate.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, sister. Even after reaching Muscat, we will still be
Yeah,
continuing Seva.
for
Okay.
surely.
So this will definitely be the worldwide Seva through World
Yeah,
Wide Web.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sister, for spending your valuable time.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Oh,
so much. Om Shanti, sister. Om Shanti, brothers and sisters.
Shanti to
Okay.
everybody. All
Mm,
to everybody.
thank you, sister. Uh,